Everyone, Muftau Nabla here with the Nabla Show, the show that is dedicated to going behind the scenes and providing you the information that is not in the public domain before it gets to the public domain. There's this information I've had for a while, but I've been working on it. I've gone behind the scenes. I've gone as far as writing to the relevant bodies related to this matter. And I was actually looking for the right time to release the information. However, I have released a bit of it on radio today. If you listen to the Joy Sports Center, I released a bit of it. If you listen to Asampa FM, their ultimate sports show, I released a bit of it as well. But here, to give you in detail what the information all entail, it basically has to do with the FIFA World Cup tickets. And the World Football Governing Body is giving Ghana about 3,200 tickets per each group stage match. So what it means is that the game against Portugal will have about 3,200 Ghanaians. The game against South Korea, 3,200 Ghanaians. The game against Uruguay, 3,200 Ghanaians. So in all, Ghana will have like 9,600 tickets for all of its group stage games. FIFA released the ticket sales to member associations to sell for them. And the Ghana Football Association, they decided to hold on to their tickets. They held on to their tickets for a very long time. Many would recall that they had written on the FA website telling people that if you want to go to the FIFA World Cup and if you want to buy a ticket, you need to contact the Ghana Football Association Secretariat so that you can buy a ticket. But the GFA had held on to them for a very long time. What we've made to understand that they were reluctant to release their tickets because they want to give it to someone to sell. Who that person is, we really don't know. But it was quite. They were not that lucky. Not lucky because the Ministry of Youth and Sports decided to give it to Kempon Travel and Tours to organize supporters to the FIFA World Cup. But the GFA were still even reluctant to release the tickets to Kempon. We are privy to exchange of letters between Kempon, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and the Ghana Football Association. We have seen the letters from the Ghana Football Association. We've seen the letters from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And we have read the contents. I am not going to share the content, the letters here. However, I just want to give you some brief details of what have transpired behind the scenes. So first, the Ghana Football Association decided that they were going to release about 1,100 tickets for the games. We have read the letter, which was written by the General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association in charge of national teams. That is Alex Asante. Decided to release 1,100 tickets to the traveling agency, and there are so many things that we've been able to gather. I just need to choose my words carefully in this matter. But first, the World Cup tickets are in 4 categories. We have category 4, category 3, category 2, and category 1. But normally, the sales are predominantly from category 3, category 2, category 1. Category 3 is like the Ghana, what we call the popular stand, where you go and stand. That one it has the least price. Category 2 is like lower VIP. And category 1 is like the VVIP itself. So my attention was drawn to this about 3 weeks ago. about how the FA were reluctant to release the tickets. That's when my attention was drawn to it. So I wrote an email to FIFA, and I asked FIFA when World Cup tickets are supposed to go on sale. FIFA, in response to me, told me that tickets are already on sale, and that if I needed a ticket, I needed to contact my member association, the member association of FIFA, because I was specific in my email to FIFA, whether if I needed a ticket, I needed to contact the Ghana Football Association. And in fact, in FIFA's reply to me, they indicated the GFA's email. They also indicated the email of the General Secretary, Prosper Harrison Addo, that if I need a ticket, I should contact the Ghana Football Association. That was what FIFA sent back to me. I wrote to FIFA again to cross-check the prices, and FIFA sent me a link to check. When I went into that link, I noticed that the ticket prices were in the Qatari currency. So if you convert the Qatari currency, you get it. I tried to convert that in dollar terms, just like we do. So the category 3 ticket price is like between $65 and $67, depending on the exchange rate you are using. And then category 2 is around $162. And category 1 is about $216. But this is the interesting thing. The Ghana Football Association is selling category 3 ticket, which is supposed to be between $65 and $67, $100. In fact, they decided to sell them in a rounded figure. Instead of between $65 and $67 for the category 3 ticket, the Ghana FA is selling it for $100. Instead of selling the category 2 ticket, which is about $162, they're selling it at $200. That is about how much? About $38 more. And the category 3, 1, 2 is about $35 more. The category 1 ticket, which is about $216, the GFA is selling it at $300. So I got alarmed. So I decided to write to FIFA again and asked if member associations can decide to increase the prices of the World Cup tickets. FIFA responded to my email. The response came Thursday night at about 7:57 something p.m. I was surprised that FIFA was actually replying, sending me an email around the time. It came from one of the communication officers of FIFA. However, they did not mention categorically whether member associations can increase tickets prices for the World Cup or not. They only sent me a link to get onto the FIFA page for the tickets, and I also asked for the tickets, World Cup ticketing regulations. They didn't give me the ticketing regulations. I don't know why, but I just feel that, or I think the Ghana Football Association decision to increase the World Cup tickets by such figures, I think are quite exorbitant. And the interesting thing of the FA actually being reluctant to sell the tickets initially is quite surprising. I was made to understand that it actually took the powers that be to actually get the tickets to be released and all that. The FA had even said, funny enough, the FA has said there were no tickets, actually. But when calls started flying, in less than an hour or two, the FA were able to get the tickets and release the tickets, which is pretty funny for me anyway. And the interesting thing is that Alexa Asante wrote a letter to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I think the Ministry of Youth and Sports replied through its chief director, directing that an amount of $480,000 be paid by 26th of May to the Ghana Football Association bank account. The bank account, I saw it. I saw the bank account with my two eyes. They should pay the money into the Ghana Football Association bank account, the dollar account to be precise, $480,000. But I've spoken to people who are very much aware of how the ticketing things work, and they actually feel that the FA pricing is too exorbitant. There's a World Cup committee. There's Patrick Bouama, he's in there. He's a member of parliament. There's the former National Sports Authority Director General, Kojoba Ajiman. They are on the World Cup committee, and they are beginning to question these figures the FA is churning out for them. Now the FA, in their defense, they no longer, it appears, they no longer want to sell at $100, $200, and $300. But their defense is that they can increase the prices of the tickets, and they're going to increase it by 10%. So if you're buying the ticket for, say, $60, $65, $67, or even $70, the FA will increase it by 10%. If you're buying the $216 ticket, the FA will increase it by 10%. If you're buying the $162 ticket, they'll increase it by 10%. I cannot explain why, but I'm hazarding that because of bank charges and all that, the FA wants to increase by. I don't know. I don't know if the 10% is too high. Can they do 5%? Can they do 3%? Can they do 7%? Just maybe. All these are possibilities. Because if you're going to sell a ticket for, say, $100, that'll be like you're buying a ticket for a popular stand that's going to cost you almost 800 Ghana cedis. And quite on the high, isn't it? $200, that'll be like between $1,500 and $1,600, $300. That's between $2,100 to even $2,300 about, which is quite on the high for the tickets. So yeah, it's been back and forth in the last 2 weeks between the World Cup Committee, the Ghana Football Association, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We actually understand the ministry is backing the GFA's decision to increase the prices by the 10% because of bank charges and all that. We cannot say authoritatively, but if the ministry decides to back the GFA in this case, it's going to be quite interesting, right? Because it's a ministry that's going to buy for Ghanaians to go and watch. So if they're willing to pay such high figures for the World Cup tickets, that's going to be quite an interesting one. I am not sure the $480,000 that some people were asked to pay have been paid. I'm not sure. The Kempon Travel and Tours, they were asked to pay $480,000. I'm not sure it has been paid. Instead of $384,000, the FA said $480,000, or is it the ministry? I don't know. It's quite complicated. I don't want to be too categorical because of some of the things that are happening behind the scenes, and I'm getting more and more and more and more. So I want to be fed more. So I'll keep more. So that is basically it. So if you want to go to the FIFA World Cup, just get yourself ready. You are likely to pay more than the usual price FIFA have advertised on